Sun Moon Lake is one of the most popular tourist destinations in Taiwan. The closest major city would be Taichung, which is in the middle of Taiwan. We took the scenic high-speed rail from Taipei Main Station to Taichung Station, which took about an hour and cost 700 Taiwan dollars per person. From there, we took a taxi to our campervan rental and drove our campervan 1.5 hours to Sun Moon Lake. We stopped at Jiufen beef noodle restaurant on the way for some local Taiwanese beef noodle soup. We mainly camped out at Shuishe as the town seemed to be the most well-equipped in terms of convenience stores like 7-Eleven, restaurants, accommodation, and bike or SUP hire. We camped out at Jiufen parking lot, which is right next to Jiufen Pier, perfect for a beautiful sunrise. We recommend driving a rental car, camper van, or going with a tour bus, as public transportation can be scarce around the lake. The owner at Blooper Campground was nice enough to let us use their showers for about 100 Taiwan dollars per person. For breakfast, we went to Wu Ming Breakfast Restaurant and ordered my favorite turnip cake, luobo gao, egg pancake, and soybean milk, doujiang. We also went to 7-Eleven across the road and got a baked sweet potato, 烤地瓜. For dinner, we went to Bingxi Guo Hot Pot Restaurant in Shuishe. On another night, we went to Yo-Yo Restaurant in Yidasao for some fresh bamboo. So those were some tips for your trip. Now I'm going to go over our top 5 things to do at Sun Moon Lake. Number 5, boat ride between the 3 main towns. Their boats work on a hop-on, hop-off system, and you can just buy the ticket at the wharf. This allows you to visit the main towns around the lake, like Shuishe, Yidasao, and Xianguang. Shuishe has a lot of lakeside boardwalks and landmarks that you can walk or hire a bike. You can also hire a kayak or stand-up paddleboard. Yidasao has more lively markets, eateries, and even a live Aboriginal band. Yidasao has the biggest pier on Sun Moon Lake with some more water activities. It is also near the Sun Moon Lake cable car or gondola station. Xianguang has 2 temples nearby and is more remote than the other 2 towns. Xianguang Temple is right at the wharf and is a short walk up some stairs. It is a beautiful place to catch a sunset. Number 4, Ci'en Pagoda. You can walk about 40 minutes from the Xianguang wharf to the pagoda. If you are driving, it is about a 15-minute walk up the stairs from the car park to the pagoda. You can get some amazing photos of the pagoda on the ground, but the best views of the lake are up at the top of the pagoda. So we recommend walking up the entire way to the top. This view was totally worth the stairs. Number 3, Wenwu Temple. The best way to get here is to drive, as public transport is not the easiest here. Wenwu Temple is probably the largest temple at Sun Moon Lake. We came here at 8 AM, so there were no crowds yet. You can easily spend over an hour in here wandering the different halls, from admiring the architecture, praying to the different gods for good luck, getting your fortune read, and making a wish at the wishing well. They even have some cafe options in the temple if you're wanting to grab a cup of tea. Remember to walk right up to the top to get the full experience of the different architecture in the temple. Number 2, lakeside bike and walk from Shuishe. We started at Zhongxin parking lot in the highlighted area where we hired a bike to explore the lakeside. We biked the Sun Moon Lake circular walk and rode to Xiangshan Visitor Center, then turned back. The return trip took us 2 hours and we did make a lot of stops with some great photo opportunities. The first one was on the boardwalk near the hotels where you can get a beautiful view of the lake, boardwalk, and hotels on the other side of the lake. There were also lots of interesting plants along the ride. We then stopped right before Shuishe Dam to take a photo with the iconic Sun Moon Lake sign carved into a rock. When crossing over the dam, you will need to dismount and walk your bike across due to the narrow path. The next stop was right before Xiangshan Visitor Center, where there was a garden in the shape of a heart and a sculpture with the lake. We kept biking up to Xiangshan Visitor Center, where there is a shop, public toilets, and a nice view of the lake with a reflection pond. On a separate occasion, we decided to walk in the other direction from the car park for a change. We recommend doing the Hanbi Trail, which is mostly flat boardwalk. Along the walk, there are lots of amazing landmarks, including the Apricot Platform Auditorium and the Yule Pavilion. But my personal favourite was the Chiang Kai-shek Pier, Jiang Jieshi Pamato, with the beautiful lanterns and old boats. Number 1, Formosan Aboriginal Cultural Village. We went during the weekday, so it was a lot quieter. Tickets cost 900 Taiwan dollars, including the ropeway. You can choose to drive straight up to the village or ride the ropeway up from the Sun Moon Lake ropeway near Yidasao. We chose to take the ropeway up to get some nice views of the lake, but bear in mind that the ropeway opens after and closes before the park. So that means that you won't have as much time in the park and it's quite rushed, which is something we didn't initially consider. After we got off the ropeway, we bought a quick snack at the shops just outside the front entrance because we were starving. We started off with going through the Aboriginal village and the different buildings. Each building will come with a sign saying what the building is and what happens in this building. Some even come with model village people. They also let you do some cool activities like the spin top, which was a massive fail, and pounding some mochi. Inside there is also a museum, shops, costume hire, and an auditorium where they do Aboriginal performances. We then had lunch at the Spanish restaurant and then decided it was a great idea to immediately go on our theme park ride. Yeah, not really, but the rides were pretty cool and we got soaking wet on this one. Going backwards, what the? Oh dear. There are a lot of photo spots as well. My personal favourite is the path with the hanging umbrellas in the trees behind the amusement aisle. During spring, there are also lots of flowers and cherry blossom trees, but unfortunately we went during winter, so this is all we got. On the plus side, we got the Christmas decorations. The park is quite big, so once you reach the end, you can ride the ropeway within the park back up to the entrance. Whilst Sun Moon Lake was out of the way, it was definitely worth the visit. We hope you found this video useful. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe to stay updated on our new projects and videos. Thank you for watching. My hair's not right. You're holding it crooked.